our final contestants for the evening, in a situation where people are jockeying from some of the dumbest shit for like the dumbest position you can possibly have. I present to you two magically stupid human beings. This would be the guy over here is a fill-in for Alex Jones during the time when Alex Jones is in court finding out that he can't shuffle his money around and not pay the $1 billion to the Sandy Hook families. And then Alex Stein, that's Owen Shroyer, and Alex Stein is right next to him. He's the guy who made a career just being fucking gross. You know, like representing the party of family values by being just a misogynistic prick, right? And going, I'm politically incorrect, that whole shit. Yeah. So, but Owen, I think, is going to jail for his Jan 6 shit. And suddenly, it seems like he's persona non grata in Trump world when that happens. Weird.
I know this as a friend of mine. We went to the Cowboys game. Great Thanksgiving Day. As a personal friend, I know that this has been weighing heavy over you. Kind of what?
Yeah, it's been weighing so heavily on you, especially when we had tickets to the Cowboys football team. You know what I mean? Football game. It's a lot. You know, you could barely finish your 6th beer.
To happen. I know you get the 60-day sentence. I know that's terrible, but does it feel like a relief at least? You got some.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a relief that you get to go and just kind of hang out for 2 months in fucking jail with your facial hair.
Or at least you're heading towards the end of this nightmare, or is it?
I don't think going towards a 60-day sentence is heading towards the end of the nightmare, because he's also got he's got probation after it.
No relief whatsoever.
Not so much, guy who isn't going to jail. As a guy who is going to jail, no.
No, actually.
Uh-huh. Really? No, it doesn't. Thanks, Alex. Doesn't feel good. Doesn't feel good that I'm not going to be able to see a Cowboys game for 2 fucking months while I'm eating slop in a fucking, and then sleeping in a 8x4 gray cell.
It might be a relief factor, but
we'll see what the toilet's like when I get there, which I can't use because my cellmate wants to make gin out of his Fruit Loops, and fruity toilet gin is not my thing. After the end of 60 days, it very well might be.
Sent a message loud and clear that they're never going to let me go. They've sent a message loud and clear that
they're going to let you go to jail.
Never going to allow me to be a free citizen in this country ever again.
What the fuck are you talking about? You got 60 days, dumb fuck.
They've done something that I've talked to multiple legal experts, and it's still our legal interpretation that they've done something that's actually straight up illegal.
No, it isn't. That's that whole jury thing.
And there is precedent. Actually, there's precedent with other January 6th defendants. They've given me incarceration and supervised probation.
Uh-huh. Yeah, you know why you're getting supervised probation? So you don't get more fucking time, dummy. The reason you're getting 60 days in supervised probation is so that you don't get a year inside.
Again, not only is that never the case, we believe it's actually illegal.
No, it isn't.
If you're going to sentence somebody, they get either incarceration or supervised probation.
That's not true.
Both. And
people get both all the time. What the fuck are you talking about?
This is going to come up in our appeal process.
Yeah, and they'll shoot it down. What the fuck?
Well, and so there might be relief, but the message here is not, okay, let's close the books on this. The message is, no, Shroyer, we're going to put you on a leash. We're going to have you under our thumb. You're never going to get to have your rights restored ever again. And so there is no relief. And that's why
Thanks for bringing it up, Alex. Yeah, there's no relief other than the fact that, because there's no way I get out after 60 days or 32 days with good behavior and end up on supervised probation so that I don't have to go 2 years in fucking jail after being part of the insurrection where, I behave in a way that doesn't get me thrown back. There's no way I'm not going to reoffend.
intend, if we have to take this to the Supreme Court.
Yeah, you're going to get bounced, dummy.
Message needs to be sent loud and clear, because it's not just about Owen Shroyer. It's about anybody that wants to have free speech.
No, I have free speech. So does Alex, by the way. Alex believes most of the shit you believe. He just didn't participate in the actual material insurrection. I think the phrase is boo fuckity who.
Anybody that wants to have a talk show or have a political activism, they don't have to fear retribution.
Yeah, Alex Jones isn't going to jail for the Jan 6 thing, even though he was directly related to it. Just you, dummy. Maybe he was just less ham-handed about it.
Or incarceration from their government. That's what this case is all about.
No, it's really not.
Precedent that they're trying to set here. And so that's why the legal fight has to go on, quite frankly.
No, you think the legal fight has to go on because you're going to jail and you don't want to.
No, and it really does, because when they get you on that supervised probation, they want to keep you on a long probation so that you can violate it, so then they can throw you in jail for more stuff. So it'd almost be better to do 60 days than hopefully.
They've tried. I mean, I could tell you some stories. They've tried multiple times. But, you know, I'm a Boy Scout. I'm the nicest guy around. I don't break any laws. I don't do anything illegal. I'm 100% A+ good behavior under my
Well, then you won't have a problem. I don't know what the fuck you're bitching about.
probation for more than 4 years now.
Yeah. Yeah, but they just want to set up a trap. Okay, so
They just want to set up a trap because they know, maybe it's illegal to hang out with assholes like Alex.
This Vivek clip, I want to get your opinion on this.
It's not a clip. It's just his tweet defending you. So,
yeah, way to go, Alex. It's not a fucking clip. Oh, Vivek Ramaswamy came to his defense.
basically,
this is Vivek coming in your honor. Okay, go read it, Jimmy. I can't read it.
I'll read the just like yesterday. A man by the name of Owen Shroyer was sentenced to prison for speech, not violence, on January 6th for marching around the Capitol using a bullhorn and shouting things like 1776, no violence, blah 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 blah. And then, yeah, he basically defended you. So we were wondering your thoughts on that, Owen.
Well, Vivek is the only candidate that has defended my case. And, I don't really do.
Yes, because he's a political gadfly and not a serious candidate.
For political clout. I'm not really looking like a
Rasalami? Vivek Rasalami, is that what we're calling him?
Dog begging for a treat from, our big political leaders like Donald Trump. I do think it's interesting, though.
Oh, that hurt, Alex. That hurt. That made it. Why'd you have to upset Alex like that? Begging for a treat from our political leaders like Donald Trump. Look at how he winced when you said that. That's not cool.
I have done more for Donald Trump probably
than Alex has. Fuck that guy. Oh, sorry.
99% of his supporters and specifically 99% of the people.
Well, yeah, I mean, you helped with the insurrection and you were directing people towards violence and that part of it. And you were directly getting information, and direction from the campaign.
Media that support him. And it's because of that I am going through this punishment. Now,
yeah, it is Trump's fault. You're right.
I'm not looking for a pat on the head or a dog.
Pardon, maybe. You didn't get a pardon, yeah.
Treat from Donald Trump.
Jesse Ventura. You've come down here listen, I met Owen Shroyer at Bohemian Grove when he was serving cupcakes at the dinner party afterwards. I'll never forget it. He walked by in a leather apron and nothing else, saying, "Did you want more icing?" And I honestly didn't know how to take that from a guy with a beard and no mustache.
Don't care. But it is odd to me that
the icing,
it would seem from the communications I've had with the Trump campaign and even.
Oh, you have had communications with the Trump campaign. I wouldn't bring that up in court if I were you, especially during your appeal.
Don Jr.
Oh, I see. So the son of the president was talking to you directly.
Are they even aware that I'm still being politically persecuted for standing up during his impeachment hearing and calling the whole thing a hoax and saying Trump is innocent? Nobody else has done that.
Yeah, I don't know if you know this, but the Trump's loyalty goes one direction.
Takes plenty of time to go on other people's shows. Again, it's not about me. I don't.
He's mad because Don Jr. won't be a guest when he hosts InfoWars.
I don't do this for clout. I don't do this for pats.
Yeah, you do.
Then
why bring it up?
Couldn't care less. But having said that,
I need some clout and a pat on the head. God damn it.
again, the issue is bigger than me. The fact that Vivek Ramaswamy
Everything is bigger than you, Owen.
understands the implications of my case.
He doesn't.
The fact that Vivek Ramaswamy is obviously not afraid to say my name and call this out.
Yeah, it just proves he's not serious about his actual campaign, and that he's trying to carve out a section of the electorate to support him financially and other shit that he's going to be doing eventually, buy his books and those kind of things. Because if he wanted a real career in Republican politics, he wouldn't name you.
In a very exact way. Not only do I mean, it does mean a lot to me. I mean, I am human after all, but really it shows me that he understands the issues and that he's not afraid to go into the weeds.
He's not afraid to not be a real candidate.
Where even Donald Trump apparently doesn't want to go with these free speech and January 6 cases. So to me, that's big political points for Vivek Ramaswamy.
Yeah, Alex doesn't agree. Alex thinks he's anti-Trump and doesn't like him. Look at his body language.
You know, it's ironic, too, because I still probably wouldn't vote for him just because he doesn't have enough political capital for me. I like the guy.
What?
Oh, so you won't vote for somebody based on their ethics or your beliefs or their support of you. You just don't think you'd be throwing your vote away on him?
That had your back. You're voting for him. No, you have to vote for him real quick. This is why, because everybody loves Donald Trump, but you said it best. Listen, I love Donald Trump. I love what he did. I think he was a great president, except for when he shut down the government and gave everybody $1,400. But I'm saying, other than that, I loved him. But dude, what he did to January 6ers is unacceptable.
All right, look at this. The worm has turned. Well, worms, plural.
Unacceptable for what every.
Yeah, unacceptable. Donald Trump is unacceptable. You tell him, Alex and Owen. Fuck that guy, right? I mean, useless.
The person that was there on his behalf, was fighting for a system that they thought, or we all felt, and I think the case.
They were all following orders. Yeah, we get it.
Be true that we were robbed, that we had an election stolen. So.
Boo.
That he is not white knighting for people like yourself, people like Richard Barnett. I mean, just Jacob Chansley, the QAnon shaman. I mean, I'm just saying anybody that was involved on January 6th was there because they love our country. And
no, they don't. If they loved our country, they would participate in democracy like the rest of us did, and then ride it out and participate inside the system going forward to protect that system from enemies, foreign and domestic. These fuckers were like, they carried a Confederate flag in the fucking halls of Congress. They built a gallows. Get the fuck out of here. They were gonna hang Mike Pence and any Republican that they disagreed with, or any Democrat at all. Staffers, they didn't give a rat fuck.
My opinion has turned his back on them, and has really shown me a side of him that I don't like. So what?
Yeah, all of his sides look equally bad. I'm just saying. Ask Stormy.
Your opinion on all that?
I try not to insert myself into
Yeah. Motherfucker, you just did.
Things. I think that Trump has earned his political.
You don't get that
capital.
choice. Owen, I can't cut you off. You have to insert yourself because, listen, the guy had 10 days, and I know it's not perfect. He couldn't have just, it would have been hard to just, give everybody a pardon. But
no, it wouldn't have.
Seriously, I think he raised hundreds of millions of dollars. And have you got any of that money, Owen?
No.
No. I'm just here in front of mini Mount Rushmore. Alone.
Where did all that money go?
So, I mean, look.
Don Jr. snorted it.
No, I could, again, I mean, I understand where you're going with this, and it's perfectly fair.
But if I get any help at all, it's going to be from kissing Trump's ragged ass, and I got to keep my powder dry.
Let me just relate this to Vivek. The only reason why I would still favor Trump over Vivek is two reasons. One,
he could possibly win the nomination, even though he's going to lose the general.
I mean, Trump's obviously going to get the nomination.
Yeah.
So let's just be real about this. We might as well.
Yeah, that's what any true believer who goes with his ethics and morals is. Yeah, we understand. You're a clout-chasing fuckwad. We get it.
To influence that as much as possible. And two, again, Vivek just comes out of nowhere. He's
yes, and attempts to push himself to the front of the line by sucking up to the InfoWars crowd? What an asshole.
Young guy. There's still some things in his past that don't disqualify him, in my opinion, but maybe raise some concern. So,
what was he? Too nice to somebody back in the past?
I'd like to see Vivek earn some political capital. I'd like to see, if Trump becomes president, Vivek get a cabinet position and just start some new.
Yeah, he could be the pardon czar for round 2. They can probably, he's got business background. They could get $5 million per
position where he just literally goes in there and slashes the administrative state like he's campaigning about.
Yeah, he can't do that. You know, you can't do that from the cabinet, dumb fuck. Oh, God, these people are so lame. Well, I will say this. Today we made it through the check. We saw a little glimpse of how the right wing, you know, the wall that Donald Trump built around MAGA is starting to crumble. That the reach about, you know, with Comer and the Biden check and all that kind of stuff, we were able to look exactly at what they're talking about. So you're probably more informed about that than most of the secondary chattering class that is yapping about this shit than anybody else. And we also reclarified again, and I don't know why I missed this and all this other stuff, that the 10% for the big guy email happened during the Trump administration, which I find hilarious. So, especially from a guy who, Tony Bobulinski, who says he didn't meet Joe Biden until after Joe Biden was no longer president, or vice president, rather. Super odd. Just kind of amazing. But in the meantime, I love you guys. Thank you very much. I'm going to do a morning show tomorrow, a little later than I would normally do it, so I can go have breakfast with somebody first. So probably around 11 a.m. my time, to give me time to, you know, not talk myself into a fucking corner and work on my lyrics for the songs tomorrow night. At the Ultimate Jam, I'm singing Hell's Bells, Atomic Punks, Running with the Devil, and Shout at the Devil, which is overall tomorrow night, lots of words. And then Wednesday night, I'm at Flappers. I will be live streaming that one for our lovely friends at Patreon, patreon.com/HalSparks. You get a free comedy show every month to show my love for you guys. And, of course, you get the Blue Patch Brigade. Anybody who's a patron gets one of the blue patches. And those allow you to bring a guest to any of my own personal shows. I can't do it for Sexy Liberal and for at least these shows. Like some of the ones that are sort of Sexy Liberal adjacent, I will work out a deal for that as far as my guest list. But that and Nerd Halen and the like, I can get you into those shows with a guest. So there you go. Yeah. So thank you for being a Patreon supporter. Thanks for liking. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for sharing the show. Thanks for helping us grow. And we cut these into, thanks to CSL, we cut these into chunks, the different clips as I cover them into little chunks. If you want to share those out, that really helps. And other than that, I think most of all, I want you to remember that